to sit aram se at home and eat. For everything I have a solution. And you did not have to go outside also if you order with what is that? Zomato. Zomato you will get at the doorstep. And you can choose your restaurant also. MTR masala dosa only with pure ghee. Pure butter or pure ghee. So people are there, they are just looking for the opportunities. And that opportunities are provided by the customers or the consumers. And as an entrepreneur, I should keep my eyes open. I should be aware of my environment. I should know what are the requirements of the consumers and I should cater to it. So that's why in India, the service sector is growing at a rapid rate rather than the production sector. 3 times the sector is growing fast, service sector rather than the production sector. But what we expect is it should be vice versa. If it really wants to contribute for the GDP of the country, that production sector should contribute more to the exchequer of the economy of the country rather than the service sector. But unfortunately, we are forgetting the production sector and concentrating more on service sector. So such kind of opportunities in entrepreneurship, it's not necessarily in production, even with the lot of IT in agriculture now. That is another area where we can find a lot of entrepreneurs. For example, this drone, making use of drone in agriculture, making use of so many apps in agriculture. Sitting here, you can find out your survey number, you can find out the fertility status of the soil, you can find out what crops are required, what crops can be grown there, and you can also understand what are the fertilizers that you need to apply. That is another area where this IT sector is contributing for the development of agriculture and malnutrition also. Now one step ahead, we are moving towards artificial intelligence and machine learning. So now it is an integration of different departments or the disciplines for bringing out this entrepreneurship. You can't do it in isolation anymore. You can't tell that I can give you only the fertilizer dosages. Or you can't tell us that you can only identify the pests and diseases. But you should also be in a position to give us the solutions, how it can also be controlled and how the production will not get affected out of it. So plenty of opportunities. And just the another typical example where I worked in a bakery sector for a long time. I was heading this bakery training unit in Bangalore, UASB Bangalore. And we were just thinking of how to develop this entrepreneurship activities. And a crazy and a wild idea came into our mind. And then we started working on developing entrepreneurship skills among the prisoners, Bangalore Central Prison, the state central prison. We could able to train the prisoners in the central jail. And they learned the skills. They started producing bakery products from the central prison. And you will be surprised to see the turnover of their business per day was around 35,000 rupees. We didn't do anything extra. We have just imparted the skill required for developing or triggering their entrepreneurship attitude to it. They started producing it 35,000 rupees per day, and the 2 prisoners used to go around the city in a crowded places with their vehicle, used to sell. By around 5 o'clock their business is over, and luckily they went back to the prison rather than escaping. So that was, we have triggered in them how to make use of these things. And we think that it is only an entrepreneurship development that we have done it, but at the same time there was a social concern to the society. After imparting skills to them, They learn the skill of making bakery products. Once they come out of their punishment, are released out of the prisons, they need not have to go back to their original profession of murdering people. They can very conveniently, happily join some bakeries and they can decently earn. They can decently earn around 25 to 30,000 rupees a month. And the best part of it, nobody knows this bread or biscuit is prepared by a person who has murdered 3 people. It is behind the screen activity. And that stigma will not get attached to your product. And they can be an asset to the industry once they are out of it. So likewise, we are also thinking how we can develop entrepreneurship development programs or activities among the housewives, homemakers. Because we know they have plenty of time. Once the children will leave to the office, leave to the schools, the husband to the office, she will be free from 10 o'clock until they come back by around 3 or 4 o'clock. So to spend time. So the only alternative is, what is it? Television. Sitting throughout the day, watching television, then making the life miserable for others or for themselves, and then planning how to make people suffer or how to trouble others. So such kind of things. Instead of that, what we thought was, can we make use of this huge crowd, huge population? We have got all the potentialities of becoming entrepreneurs. Then during the training program, I was just interacting with the people who attended the training program of 14 weeks. And we inquired about their stay. And most of the people now, you know, the buildings are vertical. And in a common place, you can find around 250 to 300 houses. And on an optimistic range, if you take 2 plus 1, in a common place, you have 900 people. And then we motivated that lady to start a concept called Bake from Home. Bake from Home. Then we encouraged her. She got a oven and she started doing it. And in the first phase, the 3 conditions were laid on her. You should never compromise with the family commitments. You should not disturb your family. And all your activities should start after 10 o'clock and it should get over by around 3 o'clock. And you should never venture to sell the products outside your apartment. And never compromise with the quality of it. Then that lady started to begin with. She started baking 3 kgs of cake. And there was no marketing strategy required except making use of the WhatsApp group and saying that we take orders for baking cakes for special occasions. And when I say it is 300 houses complex, 900 people, easily you all will agree with me. There will always be one or the other special occasion where these cakes will be used in the houses, maybe the anniversaries or the birthdays or something like that. So now you have trusted customers of around 900 people in your apartment. And now she started baking only 3 kgs of cake and saying that the first come first serve. You know the profit margins in bakery products, it is always 100% and more. And she was spending somewhere around 250 rupees to prepare a kg of cake, but she was selling at 550 rupees. So maybe 300 rupees a kilo, 3 kgs, 900 rupees, 900 into 30 days, how much it comes? 27,000 rupees per month her income in the beginning. Then the people started realizing, getting Now for everything, if you attach a tagline, homemade, people will be after you. So whether you prepare in kitchen or somewhere else also, you need to put it as the homemade chocolates. So there will be a lot of demand. So she started with the 27,000 rupees a month. Later, to cater to the requirements of the apartment people, she increased the production. Now you have a live example of that lady near this Jakur in Shobha apartment. She is earning around 1.25 to 1.5 lakhs per day without expanding. But she made it one-stop solution for all special occasions. If it is birthday, you can get birthday caps, you can get birthday candles, you can get birthday cake, and if that child requires Chota Beam also, that she can write it on the cake, the Chota Beam, and sell that produce. One-stop solution. And you know the impact of that entrepreneurship development. She started earning much more than her software husband who sit in front of the laptop at 7 o'clock in the morning and close down by around 8 o'clock in the night. But she is earning more than that. And the kind of confidence she got, that she always feel proud that she is also contributing for the family, which was never accounted, though she was doing it as a homemaker. But now she is a proud contributor to the family. And in addition to that, earlier the maid who was working with her for a meager 3,000 rupees a month, now she is a bakery helper working for 50,000 rupees. It is the entrepreneurship not necessarily making money, but you are generating a lot of employment opportunities to the others. You are helping other families to economically empower and see that the entrepreneur is also benefited out of it and the surrounding with whom she is working. And again, I always say, entrepreneurship never should be only an economic activity. It should always have a societal concern. Or otherwise your entrepreneurship development programs will become more of mechanical, money earning machines, but it's not necessarily true in all the entrepreneurship development programs. Here we just look at the activity that she started. It's not just selling the cake, but it is selling the love and affection to that child also. That child won't leave you to prepare that cake peacefully. Frequently, child will come and knock the door, auntie, cake agidya. Have you prepared the cake? You prepare nicely for me. And she knows to whom she is baking and selling the cake. Whereas if you go to the outside cake shops, he will just push a piece of paper and a pen to you and he will ask you to write the name. And he will say, you write boldly in capital letters so that I will not get confused, because there is no love and affection in the business. There is no care for the person to whom you are catering. But here it is a reverse process where that lady knows the name of the child to whom she is baking, and she knows the requirement of the child also. She bake with love. She sell his business or sell his product with love. And it is a rapport building in the apartment. So always kindly have a look at these any entrepreneurial opportunities, not necessarily as an economic activity, not necessarily as a money-making activity, but you need to look into the societal impact of it. Then only you can be a good. Once Mr. Ambani was asked, a press reporter asked Tata, what is the difference between Ambani and the Tata group of companies? Then he said, Ambani is a businessman, whereas I am only an industrialist. Businessmen always look for making profit, whereas industrialist, he generate employment. He look for the welfare of the employees working in the unit. and always care for the families of the employees working in the unit. Whereas businessman, I have nothing to do with you people. We will hire, and if I am not satisfied, tomorrow you will be terminated out of my setup. So any activity, for that matter, always need to have a concern towards the society and towards the employees. So in a hurry to become an entrepreneur, don't neglect the people who are working with you, the people to whom you are catering your business. And it's always true that the making profit is the primary motto of these entrepreneurs, but it's not necessarily required. You make it fair, you make it a trusted enterprise, and people should believe in your brand and never get compromised with the quality of the things that you produce. So even in agriculture, plenty of opportunities. Only thing, we have to see the unexplored areas. And it is not just if somebody is getting more profit, immediately start the same business and setting up an enterprise next to it. It's not required, because you have plenty of opportunity to explore the possibilities of finding the new areas of entrepreneurship. So search for it, and you can get it only through your surrounding. And that's why I said most of the time it is service sector rather than production sector. In Bangalore there is an agency now, A to Z. What does it mean? If you are not able to pay the light bill, immediately you will go stand in the queue and you will pay the light bill. If your telephone is out of order, he will book a complaint on behalf of you, he will get it repaired. If your tap is leaking at home, then you will get a plumber and then immediately you will repair it. So for everything you will have service charges. You call it in a very decent way. You will not say it as commission, but you will say my service charges. So service sector, that's why it's growing in a rapid rate. But we look for coming out with a good economic activities, with social concern, make money, make others also to earn out of it, and see that both the owner, the employee are comfortably placed. So I hope this program will bring you out lot of opportunities where you can, if possible, a session may also be conducted to identify the areas in which the entrepreneurs can be developed in agriculture and allied sectors. Even in animal husbandry also you have plenty of opportunities. Milk and milk products. We have wide range of milk products in the market, so that you can do it. But when it comes to the individual farmers, probably it's very difficult to make them to be an entrepreneur, but at the same time the concept of this farmers producers organizations can be roped into these activities. You can make a group of people who can produce, process, add value, brand, market it, and then flowing it back to the same FPO, the profit earned by them. So the group approach can help you to bring out the entrepreneurship development programs much more effective and meaningful rather than looking for an individual who may lack the supporting hands from others. So this session, let it make you to realize the opportunities of entrepreneurship development programs, making or identifying the people or a group of individuals who are ready to work on these lines, and at the same time, when it comes to us, we say, for any of the technical problems you meet us, not for financial problems. But it will be difficult. You have to link them to the credit institutions. You have to make them to get access to the credits that are required to start the business. And we all know the constraints in getting credits. Always people look for collateral securities where the elders at home may not permit you to take that collateral security to the bank, fearing that you may lose the entire property which is pledged as a collateral security. So there will be a lot of social concerns and issues in the society for which you have to make the projects or the enterprises, they are economically feasible and bankable, and the break even you need to understand very clear. Any business which gives you a break even point less than 5 years, probably that will be the best business models. But sometimes it may take little forward, little further also, but did not have to worry. But just by looking at the economics of each month or each year, the statement of your or the balance sheets that you prepare out of your business. And also the another area where the entrepreneur should be very strong is record keeping or the bookkeeping. Without keeping the proper records for yourself, and also the statutory mandatory records that you maintain for the sake of production to the required agencies. So that also we need to consider in this training program, where we should also be highlighted which are the standard records that you need to maintain properly for production as and when required. And another session may be useful, how to start a business. What are the mandatory requirements before starting a business, maybe in a capital city like Bangalore, or maybe in a municipal areas like the district headquarters, or maybe at the Hon'ble level or at the Gram Panchayat level, because everything varies. You should be familiar with the rules and regulations, the formalities that you need to complete. So what I feel, this training program, let it be a comprehensive training program where it should develop the confidence among you first, that I can bring out the entrepreneurs in my field of specialization, and I can see that these people will be the best entrepreneurs possible in a future time, of course. So let me wish you this training program all the best, and I hope there are 25 people, and in next year let me find out 2,500 entrepreneurs developed out of these 25 people, and see that you yourself will be very happy after seeing the smiles in the faces of these entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for emphasizing that entrepreneurship can contribute to the empowerment and welfare of the society in total. Thank you, sir. Now, we would like to request Dr. V.R. Madhuprasad, Director of Extension, UAS Bangalore, Guest of Honor, to address the delightful audience.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Suresha, sir. Dr. NTPEDP23, Dean Agri, College of Agriculture, UAS Bangalore. Dr. Y.N. Sivlingaya, representative and also course coordinator for the training program. And beloved participants, scientist friends, and also the student friends. So we are all aware about the plenty of opportunities available in the field of agriculture and other fields of the agri-business, or else to start the entrepreneurship in the field of agriculture and other fields. So we know we are talking about the doubling of farmers' income, particularly in India. We have more than 87% of the small and marginal farmers, holding only 44% of the land holding and contributing 60% of the food grain production in India. That means to say, there is a huge scope for increasing the entrepreneurship opportunities among the small and marginal farmers. We say the most important agri-business ideas. Yesterday we had I too was tested in the first session, landscaping. So this is given in the talk on the landscaping. And also you can see the mushroom production, vermicomposting, even organic farming in general, food processing and value addition, even agriculture engineering equipments also. Almost all the fields, livestock, dairy. We see the success stories in the UAS Bangalore. we have in KVK, Chamarajanagar, Srimati Varsha. She is preparing around 20 products from the banana fiber. She has attracted the Man Ki Baat program by the Hon'ble Prime Minister. Similarly, KVK, Tumkur, we have one lady, Sakama, Triveni. She is having only 5 acres of land. She started her own dairy. She is having 5 tamarind trees, out of which she is preparing different byproducts and exporting to the USA, Sweden, and also Australia. Similarly, we have, I think, Navesh is from Sakama. She has also undergone training on value addition on millets, 2018 or so. She also started different entrepreneurship in the different products of millets, earning around 50,000 rupees per month. We say already, our Vice-Chancellor mentioned about the success stories of the PEQ training unit. Last Saturday, when business family came from Australia, had an interview here. 7% have attended the interview. They want to establish the Indian bakery unit in Australia. The person is having the steel business. His wife is having the one small cafe. In that, we want to start the bakery unit, Indian bakery unit particularly. They had an interview. They are supposed to recruit those people. We trained in the bakery unit in US Bangalore. Similarly, one last Kushi Mela we had in the month of November 17 to 20. One recipient of Can Bank Award, state level award, Ratnamma, hailing from Kolar district. It comes under the HS Pavel Court KVK. She has earlier served as career as a teacher, later become an entrepreneur, particularly preparing the valued products of millets, and she is earning lakhs of rupees per year. So many success stories. Last month, first I had been to the Mudigere for some purpose. I visited the KVK. Lot of demand for the mushroom production, mushroom training even in the KVKs, because a lot of homestays are in our area. A lot of demand is for mushroom. Such a way, plenty of opportunities available. When the country, we have the many national, multinational companies have entered in the business. They started working alone or in the joint venture. And also many development programs also encouraging by the government of India and also the state governments, including NABARD, CAPEC, promote this type of entrepreneurship in the field of agriculture and fields. Only thing is, doing better things is not important, doing new things are more important. So, including the marketing strategies to promote the products prepared in the particular unit. So, we have the expertise in their own fields. We got a lot of experience in promoting the entrepreneurship. But after completion of this program, we need to promote the farm women particularly. Most success is found in the farm women and also farm youth